accepted defeat.
No,
But
no.
Aregbesola knew that come November 27, he's going to hand over to Mercy Ayodele. Because it is time for women to take over. We all agree that when we have crises like this in the time of past, it is we women that comes to the forefront of the war to challenge the war, and we always won it. We have the strength of the women in this race, we have the strength of the youth, and we use the wisdom of the elders. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Ms. Ayodele Mercy of the Restoration Party. Very quickly before we go on this short break, let's remind you, of course, there are viewing centers where you can watch us live right here in Osogbo. Of course, the first one is the Freedom Park. You can go to the Orita Olaya, and you can also go to Okefia to watch us live at these viewing centers. And, of course, in addition, just to let you know again, we did invite the candidates of the ADP, the PDP, the ADC, and of course the SDP. They gave us the assurances that they will be here live to take part in this Osun debate 2018, but they cancelled at the last minute. But the gentleman and the lady that you see here taking part in this did give us their word that they will be here, and they have kept to their word, and want to appreciate them for what they have done by showing that indeed they are from Ipinle Omoluabi. All right, we'll go on a very short break, and when we come back, we'll continue with Osun Debate 2018. Stay with us.
Are you not tired of the yamayama that's happening in the country? All these people that believe that they are not accountable to people. My PVC is here. I'm coming for you.
Yes, it's about time that we really do what is necessary to make sure that if we say that we are actually the government as citizens, then we put our money where our mouth is.
Yeah, I always say this, if you do not put mouth in the ingredients that go into the pot, you cannot complain about the soup when the food is finished. Select, vote, and protect your vote. So that if when they are shouting and pointing finger, you say can point finger because you know that you had the same matter.
Excuse me, please. You just asked me from a male or female. Yeah, girl, finally on the PVC. Sorry, it's upside down. Finally on my PVC. If you haven't done the do, please go and do the do so we can all do the do together and do it. Do. Get your PVC big. Hello, don't be a waste. That's it. Bye-bye. PVC is the
For a bag of rice. Spray the money from the bag of rice. That's the recharge card. For a bag of rice. Okay, spray the money from the bag of rice. That's the recharge card. It's that time again. Then blind people strategize campaign. But the people complain. The bubble from the last campaign. You know fit scam them. Use your brain. We promise free medical, free education. But the people can't even afford to buy bread. Come on, shut up. This is just a game. You see, there's poverty and hardship in the land. But from the treasury, we have gathered funds. So if you dangle just a loaf of bread, your zobo equals to their vote in your hand. Give me your future for a bag of rice. Spray the money from the bag of rice. That's the recharge card. For a bag of rice. Okay, spray the money from the bag of rice. That's the recharge card. Okay, election, oh my leg gone. It's like these people want to start a revolution. Say it's social media, oh yeah, carbon. It is social media and not social media. It's your spoken English that we are going to ban. And you call yourself a campaign manager. Don't you know mentality of the Daleka. You should go behind and color be their leader. Okay. Track him down and wire him Roger. Okay, sir. Increase the budget on media. Distract the youth with entertainment. Yes, okay. Yeah, no, yeah. Give me your feature for a bag of rice. Spray the money from the bag of rice. That's the recharge card. For a bag of rice. Okay, spray the money from the bag of rice. That's the recharge card.
Sir, there is bloodshed though. The people in the land don't they protest though.
But why do you like to concentrate on bad news? We shall discuss this when I return from travel.
But the people insist on answers.
Keep them busy with a fresh propaganda. Tell them that the treasury was raided.
You can't tell them snake
by a troop of kangaroos.
So how much is missing?
86 trillion.
Yeah, money meant for security.
I can do what I like. I have got the impunity. Mobilize all the boys in the city.
And if Kasala goes,
I will go join my family in New York City. Give me your feature for a bag of rice. Spray the money from the bag of rice. That's them recharge card. For a bag of rice. Okay, spray the money from the bag of rice. That's them recharge card.
kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin aṣòfin àgbà ẹlẹ́gbẹ́ mi o àbá tó wà wájú mi tí a ó yànnàná lẹ́nu ni pé bá ó ṣe ra bàálù aládàáni fún ẹnìkankan wa láti dáàbò bò wá lórí àwọn ọ̀nà wa tó ti polúkúmuṣu wọ̀nyí pàápàá jùlọ pẹ̀lú àwọn ajínigbé tí ń bẹ lọ́tún lósìn nílùú wa yìí ẹni tí ó bá fi ara mọ́ àbá yìí kó sọ pé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni tòótọ́. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni tòótọ́. Àwọn ẹlẹ́gbẹ́ mi oníbẹ́ẹ̀ ni ti gbà á wọlé o.
Àmì àwọn oníbẹ́ẹ̀ ni tún ti dé o. Ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ló yẹ kó máa sọ ní gbogbo ìgbà ni?
Kì máa ń ṣe nǹkan tuntun. Ìmọ̀ tara wọn nìkan ni wọ́n mọ̀ tí wọ́n bá tún jí tán náà. Ibì kan ni gbogbo wọn sì ti wọ́n kọrí sí.
Àyà máa kó ọ o.
Ìbò wa ló gbé yín débẹ̀ ọ̀hún. Ẹ sì gbúdọ̀ sí tara lù ń fẹ́.
Ṣé a lè máa dìbò wa lórí ẹ̀rọ ayárabíàṣá ni?
Yín bẹ lórí tábìlì wọn bẹ̀ ń.
A fẹ́ ìdìbò lórí ẹ̀rọ ayárabíàṣá.
Yes, so my people, the free open NAS hotline powered by over 10,000 petition signatures. We have achieved goal 1 and a breakdown of the National Assembly's budget is now public for the first time in 7 years. This shows the power you have to change things as a citizen. The purpose of this hotline is to create a community of Nigerian citizens who want to help strengthen our democracy and improve the services that our government provides for us. We believe that our elected officials from all parties must work for citizens and for Nigeria. Now we give them the job to do now, so they must go out. This hotline provides information on governance and a quiz with a chance to win a 2,000 naira recharge card every month if you answer the questions correctly. Never stop being an active citizen because I don't know that. One love, my people.
All right, you're welcome back, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, home and abroad, and of course our live audience right here in the hall. It is Osun Debate 2018, and our candidates have been answering questions pertaining to education and healthcare. Let's quickly move on to job creation. Like they say, an empty... Well, anyone who is not working, it is really the devil's workshop. All right, so what exactly would you do? Let me begin with the candidate of the APC, Mr. Gboyega Oyetola, in the area of job creation. There's been, oh yes, the Osun Youth Empowerment Scheme, of course, designed to develop youths with character and competence. 200 million naira allowances for 20,000 youths in the state. I wonder how sustainable it is. Of course, Osun State actually has the lowest rate of unemployment in the country, and I'm sure you'll be happy to hear that. What exactly will you do differently to sustain the rate of employment, first of all? But what are the creative moves that you will make, actually, to better what you have right now?
Yeah, thank you. First of all, we will sustain the OES. It's a way of ensuring that we give our youth opportunity for job. In addition to that, I'll be looking at the areas of agriculture, for instance. We should encourage our youth to really get more involved in agriculture by giving them incentives to be able to want to stay in farm settlement. I'll be creating additional, maybe 9 farm settlements to ensure that...
How many farm settlements?
But now we have 9 federal constituencies.
Okay.
Create additional farm settlements to encourage our youth to want to be on the farm. Get them the incentive, support them with soft loan, give them land free of charge, give them seedlings, and support our farmers. When you're doing that, you're indirectly creating a lot of jobs. Then I'll be looking at value chain opportunities, even in agric. For instance, you can convert cassava to both starch and ethanol. If you do that, you have agro-allied industries that will create jobs for the youth. In the area of commerce, too, you allow people, particularly youth, that want to be on their own, give them some soft loan so that they can start something on their own. If you're doing that, you're creating jobs. Again, we have steady power supply in this state. We have not taken advantage of that. If you allow people to know that we can have about 14 to 15 hours of electricity per day, you're going to have opportunity of people coming to locate their industries there.
How come you have better power supply than other parts of the country?
Because we have the distribution center here.
Okay.
And that's an advantage to us. Mm-hmm. So with all this, I believe we can be able to create additional jobs for our youths.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Oyetola, the candidate of the APC. All right, let me take it to the AD candidate, Mr. Akintola. What will you do in the area of job creation?
Thank you very much. In Osun State, we have over 4.24 million people.
Yes.
Out of this, we have 70% of them are youth. We need to quickly take an inventory of this youth. We need to take an inventory to ascertain the level of unemployment that we have. And quickly, moving from that, we need to move our farming from just farming. We need to move it to manufacturing. We need to look at the value chain that exists in between farming in our agriculture. We need to look at logistics. We need to look at storage. We need to look at manufacturing. We need to look at processing. And also, we need to take advantage of beneficiation of solid minerals. We have leases available. We have mining licenses available that need to be picked up. We need to look at the exploration of this mineral deposit. We have gold, we have lead, we have zinc, we have talc, we have feldspar in these states. But what do we do with them? What are we doing with them? We need to look into this very critically. And most important as well, we need to capitalize on what is already existing. We have the Omoluabi Free Trade Zone that is gathering dust in the Secretariat. But what is this for? In this zone, we have 1,600 hectares of land that is earmarked for the production of automobile parts and equipment. We have the integrated seed rolling mill that will assist in the production of turbines and electromechanical equipment. We need to upgrade our cottage industry to manufacturing. We need to look at our tourism. In this state, we have 5 unique mountains. We have Okeakamara, we have the one in Ife, we have the one in Ilesha, we have the one in Ikiru, we have the one in Iragbiji. I'm going to showcase and market Osun State to the rest of the world so that I can even bring in tourists, both from Nigeria and outside Nigeria. These are the kind of things we need to be looking into. We need to make sure that we train our youth. Not just saying we are going to give them funds. We need to train them how to access these funds. We have venture capital that I'm going to set up to be managed by the private sector. I'm going to train our youth, men, women, and also even our elderly people that still have the capacity to work. We need to ensure that we train them how to prepare business cases to allow them to access this fund. But most importantly as well, we need to give our private investors, we need to give them an enabling environment so that they can be attracted to come and bring in their money, bring in their services, so that our people can be gainfully employed. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. Candidate of the COA party, Professor Oluseyi Fabi, what will you do to better the things that Mr. Akintola has just reeled out now?
The street is a bastardization of their dignity. What we are going to do is that first thing, our the agenda is a development philosophy. Because the first thing we are going to do is that we have about 70% of the population of 4.3 million people are youth.
And a lot of them, 50% of them, are artisan. We are going to have a technological